I am R.M. Palanna, retired Indian Forest Service officer and ex-executive director of outreach from 2001 to 2007. Mr. late James Mascarenhas, Mr. J.K. Arora and myself, we worked together for 1 year for writing a participatory watershed project in the state of Karnataka on behalf of the Department of International Development, UK. During this period, we had extensive interactions, and the model of rural development as designed by James Mascarenhas were brought home to us. Late Mr. Mascarenhas was working for Mairada, a pioneering NGO in South India involved in rural development. He had extensive experience in working with the deteriorating natural resources in the drought-prone areas of the state and the plight of the poor farmers in that region. He had just then registered outreach as an NGO, and he was trying to build it up with locations particularly selected in the border areas of the state and rain-fed areas. Mr. Mascarenhas' idea of rural development in such areas was unique. He had used extensively the participatory rural development as guided by Robert Chambers of Sussex University, USA, and he had excellent skills which was recognized not only by the Indian government but also the external agencies like the World Bank and Asian Development Banks. Within a short time, he had established 7 to 8 centers in the 3 states of Karnataka, Andra and Tamil Nadu, and created thousands of self-help groups and their associations. The people involved were extensively trained in participatory methodology and planning, and to the luck of the outreach, few foreign donors started supporting this initiative. In the beginning, mostly the funds were allotted for watershed development and for creating livelihoods for the people. All of a sudden, Mr. James Mascarenhas expired during 2001, and the outreach was in some doldrums, and there was a panic in the minds of the donors who were supporting as to whether they should support funding further. I was requested to take over as the executive director for a short period. Of course, it ended up working for 6.5 years. While outreach established well in those 7 to 8 regions, the aspects of accountability and transparency was not taken much care of, and the donors were also requesting for more of transparency. I took special pains to create accounting manuals and administrative manuals, and this has helped the donors to have a better view of this organization all these years, and they continued funding to outreach. in a big way. In addition to this, outreach also started getting recognition from the state governments of the 3 states, and it had projects for rural development, tribal development, tank rehabilitation, joint forest management, and many other areas including rehabilitation of displaced persons. So with the projects from government as well as from donors, the staff of outreach was enriched with a lot of experience dealing with the government and the donors and working with the people with the only motive of improving the natural resources around their habitations and also improving their livelihoods. Another aspect of the growth of outreach was that outreach created assets during this period, particularly training institutions in the areas they were working, and we also established a head office in Bangalore to guide the projects in the field. Microfinance was another aspect of the growth which the SIDBI helped us giving loans, and we were able to recover and repay the loan timely. Outreach also did some evaluation works during this period, and this was a great strength for outreach, and it was also training the smaller NGOs and others. Outreach continues to work in the areas of watershed development, tank rehabilitation, and livelihood programs in the villages which are drought prone and where the people are poor and looking for jobs and other avenues. Outreach has also established itself as a good planner for a specific area for the development of water resources and its utilization. There are projects where they want to reduce the effect of contaminated water and supply of potable water to the villages, while community organization and its evolution as an institution is also in the focus. Several associations of people like tank users groups, association of self-help groups, and mainstreaming the institutions to the state level farmers, other institutions are also given focus. It is hoped that outreach will continue to project itself as a pioneer NGO in the 3 states to focus on people's institutions, their training and rehabilitation of the poor people to give them better livelihoods by obtaining resources from the government and other donors in the state and elsewhere. Having been involved with outreach in different capacity, including member of the board for several years, I wish that outreach will continue to grow to be a people's organization and help people to come out of their poverty in those selected areas. Having been involved with outreach in different capacities, including being a member of the management committee. I wish all the best for outreach to go further and improve its capacity to help the people in the rural areas to come out of their poverty.